this is Chapter 6, Lesson 6. So starting off with this, we're going to be talking about the program monitor controls. Alright, to start your lesson, you want to go to Open Project, navigate to your Lessons folder, and choose Lesson 6. It's going to update, and it's going to give it this name. Since we know the book wants us to name it something else, we can go ahead and update it here. So we can just make it lesson 06 underscore working and then say OK. Alright, if you get this that comes up and you have media offline, you just want to look and see what's missing. It looks like mine's trying to link back to one other folder. So highlight the one you need, choose locate, and then we just need to go. Alright, so it kind of found it. For some reason it thought the last path was G, and on mine it's E. It easily came up. You may need to navigate to it. Just choose the clip you need. You saw that the Seattle skyline, it's matching there. So say OK. This should put everything back online and should launch the assignment or lesson. Okay, so city views is what came up first. It's going to be talking about the program monitor, so it's the one over here on the right if your stuff is set up defaultly, and we've been using the source over here on the left to edit stuff from our project bin. Very similar to the source window, you have a playhead over here in your program monitor. You have the ability to mark out, mark in. You have other ones such as lift, extract. You can use this bar if you need to navigate. Up here is your settings tool, and then whatever frame you have your playhead on is your current sequence frame that you're seeing here. So that's some of the basic overview for this. If you want additional buttons added to this one, you can go to add and change your buttons just like we've done in previous chapters. Alright, it says to open the theft unexpected sequence. So we're going to come over here to sequences, and we're going to look for the one that it was asking for. So we now have that open. It says also from the bin, we want to drag the clip HS. So we're going to look in the theft unexpected bin, and we need to find HS suit. And we're going to drag it over the viewing area of the program monitor, but do not release it when you do this. So bring this up here, and notice as I'm hovering over this now, you are seeing various overlays that are appearing in this monitor. So this is kind of a shortcut for those buttons that I just pointed out. And you can have, when you're over top of these, whichever one is highlighted is the one that will be active. In your book, it talks more about each of these in detail. And then it says to continue to drag the clip over the source monitor and release it. So now it wants us to go over here and then let go of this clip. So we now have that clip in our source monitor. So make sure you check out your book when it says insert, overwrite, overlay, replace, insert after, or insert before, and you can find out more about those details. But each one just gives you a different positioning of the clip. So it's another way to edit using a drag and drop method up here. In one of my later videos, I will show you some other methods that I use. Alright, so now that we have those clips and we're familiar with the options, we're going to take the HS suit clip into the sequence. So we want to position our timeline playhead at the end of the sequence, and that means it's just after the last frame of this mid-John clip. So you can use your up-down arrows to snap to the end of the clip, or I believe you can hold shift as well to get it to snap the playhead. Alright, so this is where we want to be with it. If we don't already have this HS suit clip open over here, if you failed to drop it on there, just double click it down here and it will open for you. Notice that it already has it in and place to the end point. The book is now wanting us to change our end point, so it wants us to be at 1:26 and 49. So you can scrub back, and then if you're not quite on the frame that you need, use your left or right arrow keys to get yourself to the correct position. And then it said to set an endpoint. I on your keyboard is your shortcut, so choose I. And then it wants us to add an out point at 1:26:52. So we're gonna shift over to 1:26:52, and then O is your shortcut for out. Now we have this little clip. Let's see. It says click in the middle of the picture in the source monitor and drag the clip into the program monitor, but do not release it again. So now we're going to left click and hold, drag over to our program monitor, and then we want to choose insert. So if you're hovering over one of these other ones, you just hover this one and then let go. So notice down here, it has now placed that clip that we just set in and out points for down in our timeline. Of course, there's other ways to do it, but this is just one more way that the book is showing us. All right, so insert editing with the program monitor. We're going to position our timeline playhead on the edit at 16 seconds and 1 frame. That's going to be between our mid-suit and mid-John shots. So I believe right around here, 16:01, there it is. So your playhead should be right there. We're now going to add a new in mark and out mark on the HS suit clip in the source monitor. So we're still using this clip up here. You can see the duration of the clip at the lower right corner. So right now it's 3 seconds and 1 frame long. We want to drag the clip in the source monitor. So it wants us to choose any part we like, selecting about 2 seconds in total. All right, so let's see. All right, he's eating, so let's maybe grab a little bit of that. So in and out. It's too long. You can always back it up and keep changing it until you get 2 seconds. Alright, so now I have a 2-second clip, and it wants us to drag it, the clip from the source monitor into the program monitor just like we did, and we're going to insert it into your sequence. So now I'm going to click and drag over here and choose insert. Notice that the 2 clips to the right actually shifted to the right, and then this stayed on the left side. So our playhead moved as that clip was placed in.